This next
Jesus
one's
was an end user.
really good. Which and is
Could-
not a meme. This is not.
This is a real theory.
Sound the sirens. This is not a meme.
Okay.
And we're live. All right. Let's just get straight into it. We are moving on to the Enlightenment tier.
We're getting pretty far down the iceberg
There's
now.
a lot. Yeah. There's a lot in the Enlightenment tier, but as we go down, there's going to be even more. The tiers are getting more and more crammed with crazy shit.
Yes.
So, strap in, buckle your seatbelts, because it's about to get wild. But yeah, should we just start?
Yeah.
Anything you guys need to say?
Not really. Let's dive.
Yeah. All right, let's dive under the sea because the iceberg that we're at right now is underwater. Anyway,
This is so funny.
it's not funny. Okay. So Pika, you're reading today?
Yes, I am. So I think we should just start.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So first thing, Jin equals to Suke, which is Yu Yu Hakusho to Hunter x Hunter unifying theory. I think the first thing that jumps out right here is just how similar in appearance Jin and Yusuke both are.
Also, personality-wise, many have theorized this thing.
You would know better than me, Gil, because I have personally actually never watched or read Yu Yu Hakusho. So
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I can see a bit the similarities. They're not really that similar in my opinion, but I guess they're a
Would
bit
Yusuke-
hot-headed. I guess that's the similarity they have.
would Yusuke lose his child in court?
He's what?
I'm saying how like Jing lost Gon in court
Oh.
to Mito, lost custody. I'm saying would Yusuke also lose his child in court?
Yeah, he probably would, to
someone
be
else.
honest.
Nice. Great, great traits.
So, yeah, I guess that theory that way, yeah, makes sense.
I personally don't have anything much else to add. Do you have anything, Koga?
I would say this theory would be freaking crazy if it was true. I don't think Tagashi would want to do something like this, but who freaking knows? It's not really for me to say because I don't really know anything about the Yu Yu Hakusho universe to really kind of give a proper opinion. So I'll leave that one to the commenters. If there are any Yu Yu Hakusho crazy fans watching,
Make yourselves known.
maybe you'll know better than us. Yeah. Let's just keep it rolling.
You know what? I'll just say to that though. Anything is possible because we just hit 1,000 days of hiatus. So
Oh, don't remind me.
we need to have some copium. Remember? Okay. Should we move on?
Let's.
Yep.
All right. Next, Shueisha Hive Mind. I personally don't know anything about this. Do you know?
What
guys
is
know
this?
anything?
Yeah, me neither.
Shueisha. The name Shueisha isn't ringing
I-
any bells for me in this series.
It's the
Shueisha
publisher.
is the publisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Shueisha is the one that published the data book, right?
I
Or am I
think
thinking of
so.
someone else?
did they?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I posted about the data book on Reddit, and I thought someone corrected me saying like, "Oh yeah, Shueisha is the one that wrote the data book, not Togashi." Which fair play.
Makes sense. Yeah.
What
but,
would they mean by
yeah.
hive mind though?
If I were to guess, it would be a criticism of the workplace conditions of Shueisha, or like the workplace culture at Shueisha.
Okay.
Or are they
But
bad?
that's it. Well, I mean,
Why
most
not? Yeah.
most manga artists' work schedules are pretty bad. So it's definitely worth criticizing the workplace practices.
But wouldn't
But
that just also
beyond
be,
that, I don't really know.
wouldn't that also
I'm
just
not,
be?
I'm not too deep on this.
Oh, sorry. Would that just be? Isn't like unusual or extreme work hours and just work mindset very different in Japan to, let's say, the West.
Yeah, it is.
So
they have, it's a whole cultural thing. But I'm not really one to want to like get into this kind of stuff
Right.
on the podcast. But
yeah, it's a bit
Yeah,
bit removed from Hunter as a whole. It's a bit removed.
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird as a theory overall. Like, how does this fit into the Hunter x Hunter universe, or the, I guess, the metaverse of Hunter x Hunter?
Right. All right. I think we should
Yeah,
just
there
move
there
on.
might have been.
Hmm?
Yeah, maybe it's referring to some kind of jab at Shueisha in the comics somewhere, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Well, not much to say about that then, I
Let me
guess.
just read the next one.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Next, Leorio's true potential.
Ah,
yeah.
funny.
Now
Any
we're talking.
Leorio fans here? I mean, we all like Leorio, but any
you gotta
Leorio
love my
super
man.
fans?
I think this is talking about how Jing was able to extrapolate like some crazy uses for Leorio's ability just
Oh, yeah.
via Leorio's punch.
Yeah.
So I think what this could be referencing is with the right leadership, Leorio could become like a really great Nen user, and he has like a lot of potential, which I would agree with that, and I would be excited to see Takashi lean into Leorio a little more in this arc, and if we got to see more of Leorio's potential, I think that would be awesome. Because a lot of fans, even though Leorio is already such a likable character, a lot of fans equate him to other characters in terms of like power levels or like feats in the series. And just to shut those bitches up, I wish Tagashi would lean into Leorio some more and like actually start drawing out some of this kind of like combat potential or like utility potential.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool.
Right.
Or
Instead of just giving
but,
us an improvised emitter Nen punch, a wormhole punch.
Yeah.
Or maybe.
Yeah, we'll see how he uses that medically.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really
That
cool.
was what I was gonna say. Yeah. Or just seeing more of Leorio in general. Like.
Oh, please, yeah.
I just think if Leorio was in several different parts of the series so far, for example, if he was with Gon Kyo and the rest of the extermination team in East Gorto, I don't think he would be able to survive without being critically injured. Yeah, he would
Yeah, he would be dead.
he would have been killed by the ants, him and
Probably.
Kite.
Well,
So-
except I guess he has plot armor, but.
Also, I looked up the Shueisha hive mind thing.
Oh.
And the closest thing I could find to like a jab at Shueisha is Tagashi naming the mafia on the Black Whale, like
Oh, it's because
Like
of
the-
the initials.
yeah, the initials.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
there you go.
about that.
But yeah, more Leorio, Tagashi,
Yes, please.
feel my spirit energy, more Leorio.
We need serious Leorio too.
Fine boom sound effect. All right, let's keep it rolling.
All right, next.
This next
Jesus
one's
was a Nen user.
really good. Which, and is
Could-
not a meme. This is not.
This is a real theory.
Sound the sirens. This is not a meme. So Jesus exists within the Hunter x Hunter universe, and you might be thinking, "What? How do you know that?"
Because Christianity
Krolla was
exists.
reading the Bible.
Christianity does
Christianity
exist.
exists. True.
They've made reference. So if you go to Yorkshin, right, as we all know, Uvogin and Krolla referenced Judas, who ratted out Jesus. So by that very logic, Christianity as a religion does exist in the series, plus other religions, but we're focusing on Christianity here. So,
Yep.
But then again, think about what Jesus can do according to the Bible. He can walk on water. What else can he do? I haven't read it.
Turn wine, no, water into wine, or what?
Yep.
Right. So okay. So
He-
like walking on water, that would be transmutation, or would that be
I
manipulation?
think so.
No.
And then
Would it?
water. It could be a bunch of different
Yeah.
categories actually.
Right. But turning water into wine is definitely transmutation, as seen with the water
Yeah,
divination
Mhm.
test.
Yeah.
transmutation. And then there's also multiplying bread and fish. That's also another feat of Jesus's. Did he raise the dead?
Jesus is core topic.
Gallery fake was secretly Jesus. A Jesus technique. All right, new theory. Ortopy is related to Jesus. Let's go.
Oh my god. Oh, that's really funny. Maybe some of the Phantom Troops abilities were based off of like what Jesus could do.
Oh yeah.
That'd be interesting. But yeah, pretty much all of Jesus's feats could be tied to like the Nen system,
Right.
which is really interesting to think about because the implication there is that you could maybe like say Tagashi's like criticizing religion here and saying like, oh, you know, if he was using Nen, he was deceiving the people around him and acting as like the son of God, whereas he was just a Nen user. And maybe he's saying a lot of this religious stuff, it seems like, I don't know, maybe magicians tricking people, which would be interesting. But
Right.
that's more so me making like a large stretch.
But then again,
I don't want to say anything about Tagashi.
if you think about it, let's say the series right now, let's say it takes place canonically, I'm pretty sure in 2000 to 2001. So if Jesus existed about 2,000 years ago, roughly, right? How many people knew about Nen back then, 2,000 years ago? Not even now, where maybe 10% of the population knows about Nen. Maybe
That's
10%.
interesting. Yeah.
Right? How many people back 2,000 years ago knew of Nen? Not even can use it, just knew of its existence.
It could be anything. Like there's a lot that can happen around Nen. Like it's kind of, I don't know. Unless there's like a very specific theory you'd want to like create around that, like it's kind of useless talking about it in my opinion.
Fair. But it just gives some food for thought. That's all.
Yeah.
It's
It's very interesting.
it's just interesting to me to see. Okay, what would be like? Yeah, 2,000 years ago. Just interesting. Yeah.
And then it would be basically impossible for us to actually know, considering how far removed it is just from the story right now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But leave a comment down below
I'm
if Jesus
assuming-
was a Nen user.
I'm assuming Nen would be much more integrated into society if it had like existed within a large amount of like the population.
Oh yeah. Yep.
On Earth at one time. It'd be much more like involved with like technology and, you know, bettering the human race. Whereas right now it seems to be kind of a monopoly that the Hunter Association has.
They do. Yeah.
So I don't know how far that monopoly extends into the past, but it's a pretty interesting topic actually.
Yeah.
Like how Nen could benefit society, and then, you know, how it could harm society, and like the benefits of monopolizing it and keeping it like a secret or whatever. But you know, it's a weird topic. It's a very broad topic.
It's a very broad topic.
But
Maybe a topic for next episode.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Somebody write that down. Anyway, do you guys want to keep rolling?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we should just keep going. All right. We love this subject, boys. The Hunter x Hunter musical.
Yes, we do.
Uh,
Yeah, so I think this is just knowing that it exists. It's an Enlightenment tier. And
Yeah.
then, like, at the very bottom of the tier, we should add, like, thinking that it's better than
no.
the Hunter x Hunter.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no, wait. We have to add Tagashi took inspiration from the Hunter x Hunter musical.
Oh my God, no.
arcs somewhere to this. Legitimately, I want to put that on here somewhere.
do it.
Because
You can do it after. You can do it later.
yeah. I suspect it's a big maybe for me. But I don't know.
Yeah,
The musical's awesome. Go watch it if you haven't. It's a great time.
You know what also is Enlightenment Tier, Koga? You like putting Tompa as an S tier villain. All right, that also deserves to be Enlightenment Tier. Let's just throw that out there.
Based.
All right.
Anyway, do you guys have anything you want to say about the musical?
No.
I think we covered the Nightmare of Isolde musical pretty extensively in our review. Go check that out if you haven't already. Shameless plug.
Go check it out.
So if you want to hear an in-depth review of it, I would go check there. Border thing is better than the movies, 2011 movies. Not
Way
as
better.
good as the main series, but it could be pretty funny. It could be a good laugh, good source of entertainment for an hour and a half. I'm
Mhm.
spitting rhymes, apparently. And I think we should just
facts.
move on. That's all I do, spitting
Yep, let's
rhymes and
keep it rolling.
facts. Facts and logic.
Okay, what is the
All right,
next
Ben
one?
Shapiro.
All right, next. EPE.
What is this?
Yeah, I have no freaking idea.
Is this like a play off APR or IRS?
Maybe.
I'm thinking
just
of.
looking
I'm
it
pretty
up
sure
on
it's
Google.
EED from Fallout New Vegas, like the little robot. But I don't think they're referencing that, like the iBot. But besides the point.
I'm drawing a blank with the what the E could stand for and what the P could stand for.
Yeah, and Google is giving me porn results. So
Oh.
Well.
Yeah. Hunter x Hunter Rule 34 Enlightenment Tier. I think we should move on from that. If they're getting porn results, I think it's time to move on.
yeah, I'm very intrigued as to what this could be, but I have no idea.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you're
yeah,
quote
Google.
unquote intrigued. All right, let's move on. Calling you out.
The next topic is really interesting anyway.
Yeah.
So
So Nicholas, the little boy with the laptop from the Hunter exam, the first named protagonist to fail, was the initial protagonist of the series.
I love this theory. I think it makes a lot of sense as well. I feel like the way Nicholas was written to be like a failure in the context of the Hunter exam might have been Tagashi like reflecting on the character that he had come up with, and then showing how that initial character just wouldn't work in this universe, and being like, oh, okay, and like writing that out as a writer, I think is a pretty common writer thing to do.
Right.
But it makes sense to me basically.
It's how Nicholas was like, oh yeah, this Hunter exam is going to be a breeze. He runs 15 kilometers and then just passes out from exhaustion because and then he just failed the exam. He just couldn't make it. He just couldn't do what he was supposed to do. So I definitely, that's actually a good reference point. Koga, like I didn't think about that, like him, like maybe that him portraying like a Togashi changing his mind on a character. But yeah, I could definitely see that working.
I feel like Tagashi's definitely the kind of writer that would have the experience to be like, okay, well, this character's interesting, but I don't think it's going to work in a shonen setting, so let me just like redress him as like a different type of role for the story. And then he ended up being like the guy that fails, even though he's smart and he's like, he uses things to his advantage and whatever, yeah, pretty interesting. Listen, like, on top of this, the Hunter x Hunter universe does benefit characters who are creative. And I can see like Tagashi maybe aiming for a direction where he's like thinking of Nen like as a very kind of creative power system, and then he has a character that isn't like traditionally strong but uses the system in creative ways. Like it feels like Nicholas is the kind of character that would do that. But then he kind of had to default back to characters who have like more traditional shonen characteristics, like hand-to-hand combat and stuff like that. Super strength basically. So yeah, pretty interesting.
Do you have anything to say, Gil?
Not really. I was thinking like, yeah, I mean, I think Bailey just gave it out. I don't. I'm not coming up with
Yeah, no
anything
worries.
that that would make this theory wrong or sounds good to me.
Then again, it's just a theory,
Cool,
so
cool.
there's really no really bad, or well, there are really bad ideas, but anything is technically possible. So I'll go with what you two are saying. Uh, I don't really have anything much else to add here. I mean, Nicholas, we barely saw Nicholas, so it's not like we can give him like a deep analysis, like
Yeah.
Nicholas character analysis. No, it's not like that. It's like, here's Nicholas. He's a short little boy, kind of chubby, failed the hunter exam by only running 15 kilometers. I think we should just move on.
Let's.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay, next. The hunter exam missing phase. So I think this is referencing the 287th hunter exam, not the 288th, considering that Gilbert kind of soloed everyone in that, so we're just going to default to the 287th. Usually it's known that each hunter exam has about 5 to 6 phases, but in the 287th there were only 5 phases, so maybe there is like a different phase, or maybe like remember, maybe it's referencing like, oh yeah, remember how Menchie failed everyone during the cooking challenge, but then they all went to the canyon to get the spider eggs, and then whoever passed. Maybe it's because of her messing up. Menchie being very biased towards cooking, it screwed over this quote unquote missing phase. Right?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe there was a more set path that they had organized, and you had to complete the cooking challenge and then go on from like the cooking mansion, just to like the next area or whatever.
Right.
But since she failed everybody, they like had to go to another location, and then they ended up like improvising or something.
Right. They had it.
It's a fun thought, but like I don't think this is really that deep.
There isn't enough evidence, and with how crazy the hunter exam and how Nitro was the chairman at the time, this supposed missing phase could be anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really reading anything from this one, so I think we can move on.
All right. Gil, do you have anything?
Nope. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Oh no, not this theory. Next. The Hunter x Hunter 2011 movies are canon.
God,
This
no,
hurts my
please.
soul reading this. Like, I'm unironically in pain right now.
Wriggling
Yeah, no,
in
I don't
pain.
think Tagashi would consider those as canon. There's no way.
I mean,
All right. There's only one part of either of the movies that's canon, and that is the backstory in the Phantom Rouge. Nothing else. I will not accept anything else as canon, especially anything from the last mission.
Well, it's not even that the backstory from the movie is canon, because
It's only part
canon
of the
in manga
backstory.
as well.
Yeah, it's only part of the backstory.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. Like it's part of the backstory being animated. That's what I mean by that. Obviously, it's not original content. Well, I mean, technically, it is original content because Togashi wrote the backstory for the movie, but that's besides the point. It was in manga first. Actually, wait, the manga, that Volume 0 released with the movie at the same time, so it could be either or. I'm looking way too deep into this, am I?
Since Tagashi wrote the backstory, that's canon, but then the movie wasn't written by Tagashi.
No, it wasn't.
The backstory was just implemented by the other writers.
Yes. So
anyway, this one is not even fun for me because I'm so repulsed by it. So I'm down to move on.
if you want to know our reviews for the movies, go check out our reviews. All right, they're on the channel.
Yes,
you guys know.
yes, good plug.
I'm just
go check them out, guys.
Shameless plug. You know, we got to get the YouTube algorithm on our side. You know.
Hell yeah.
All right, should we move on?
yes.
Yes, let's
All right,
move.
next, Cannibal String.
What is this?
Cannibal String.
Um,
I have no idea what this could be.
I don't know what this is either.
there.
Multiple cannibals showing up in the story, perhaps.
Are you
there's a Bayern
referencing?
disease, maybe?
Are you referencing like the monkeys from the Mystic Land, from the New Mirror wetlands, like the ones that pretended to be Satotes?
Those
like
might
those
be
monkeys.
cannibal, but
I mean, they're
no, but
they're not exactly human-like, but they're more
Yeah.
like primates, but they can look like humans.
but then it's not cannibalism if they're not eating their own species.
They eat their own species.
They do?
Apparently,
Yes.
Binold
Oh, okay.
is a cannibal.
I didn't know.
No, yeah,
that.
Beano is a cannibal. That's confirmed. He chops up the hair with scissors and he eats his opponents. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
So the monk, it's like the primates from the Numer wetlands, Beanolt. Would you consider? Do any of the chimera ants eat each other?
Yeah. I guess.
I can't remember.
Who?
I don't think they did, but I guess they could.
I don't recall, because I remember they were feasting on humans. I don't think any of the chimera ants actually ate one another. I remember
Maybe,
like
yeah.
Merum and the Royal Guard obviously killed chimera ants, but they didn't eat them, right?
Yeah, they didn't. Maybe it's because like humans have some sort of nutrients that they themselves don't have in their body or something like that, so it doesn't make sense for them to eat themselves. So I mean, why else would they be eating humans if they could eat themselves?
Well, then that's cannibalism.
Yeah.
Yeah, my only guess as to what this could be referencing is just like the themes of cannibalism keep like popping up like in throughout the series. Like I think it's probably just like a body horror decision, like in terms of like Togashi writing like creepy things. There's definitely like an inherent horror to cannibalism.
Yeah.
So if I wouldn't read into it much just because of that. I think it's probably just like an artistic decision. Like yeah, I don't know what else it could be referencing.
Yeah.
Might just be some 4chan meme or something, but we can keep moving on.
Ah, those 4chaners, of course.
Oh, those darn 4chan that darn hacker. Anyway.
All right, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, next. Miluki is controlling Marion.
I like this one.
Marion.
It's fun.
Was Marion one of the
The,
early, like, Hunter exam? Like, one of the
no,
examinees?
I think it's either that one robot in Beyond's team, or it's the
yeah,
assassin on the Black Whale.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Marion is like the girl, is like the part of Netero's team, like the girl, like the robot girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little chibi robot girl.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It would be interesting.
Listen, it's cool. Yeah,
But the thing
I like
with this,
it.
this right? What? I mean, obviously, because Miluki is a Zoldyck who had access to Aloka and I, so of course he would have some interest in the Dark Continent. At least would know what the Dark Continent's existence. And considering how he's a Zoldyck
Perhaps,
and how
yeah.
he can just get information, most likely because he's a hacker hunter, really he would be able to find out this information.
He's probably the most informed Zoldyck.
Yeah, he's definitely more than any of the adults. More than actually, maybe more than maybe more than Illumi. I think more than Illumi, more than Killua definitely, and then more than Aloka herself and Kaluto.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he's the most informed Zoldyck.
I just think hacker hunters probably have the most information because
They're a hacker.
part of getting a lot of information is
They're deep
getting
into
into
it.
databases and stuff like that.
Hack it into the
So,
Matrix.
yeah.
Surfing the internet.
Yeah.
Remember, kids. When you get your hunter's license, you can surf the internet.
Dude.
Surf the internet. We love that quote.
I loved how campy all like the Hunter x Hunter, the Hunter websites were in the show. It was really great. Anyway, off topic.
All right, next. Should we just move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool if this was true. That's all I'll say about it.
You know what?
Let's
It
move
looks
on.
like a anime schoolgirl. We know Miluki's into that, so that also fits into that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's the
probably where it
connection.
came from, the theory in the first place.
yeah, we know he's a quote unquote collector and enjoyer of those kinds of things.
Enjoyer.
A patrician.
Yeah.
All right. Next, Bopopo is alive. Now he's the big pirate that was with Razor, and he got his head blown off, right, by the dodgeball.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's still alive. Now, if we go to the theory that Bopopo was an actual convict, right? So he wasn't part of Nen coding. So it could be like, oh, he's still in prison, right? Like he's still in his prison facility, wherever that is. But he's like playing like this futuristic VR thing, or like Nen kind of like VR thing. Because you know what? It's futuristic and stuff back then. They didn't have VR then. So it's just Nen. Like controlling with Nen, guys. Could be something like that. That's the first thing that I think of. Or maybe
yeah,
like
I think.
or maybe like he
I'm
just
seeing.
he just respawns. Like once a plot of beach card has been given, he respawns.
Why not?
Something like that.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I could definitely see it, like the video game, just like they're controlled NPCs or something like that. Like they're still human, but they're just like a controlled representation of them. I think I'm seeing a post here, and it's saying Bobobo should have known better. Like he was just being so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bruh.
Yeah.
There's no way like you were just throwing your life away like that. So maybe it was like part of the show or something like that, you know?
Just really
Like a
show how
script
powerful
yeah.
Razor
Something.
is. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that dodgeball. Oh yeah, that will just take off your head.
Yeah, could be.
So
Yeah, maybe
that also could
it was
work.
something like that.
Uh,
It's a fun little theory.
All right. Should we move
Anyway,
on?
let's keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
Next. Volume 9 availability. This is reference to how Volume 9 of the manga has just been out of stock everywhere for months now. And I just mean months, right? I had a deal with trying to find a copy. Like, I started looking back in December of last year. I didn't get my copy until like 3 weeks ago. Like
Which
like the
is?
end of July.
That's a long
Right?
time.
I thought.
How crazy
Oh yeah,
is that?
I ordered it, right, and it originally said, "Oh yeah, it will come here in June." June passes. Oh, it'll be here in July. Oh, it did get here, but then it said that it would deliver in December, like 2021 December. Right, but luckily I was able to get it, but just the availability, like a lot of the manga has just been unavailable, probably because of just how popular Hunter x Hunter has gotten recently.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
just
Yeah, maybe. But why is it only volume 9?
so it's
kinda
not just
weird, right?
nowadays. It's not just volume 9. So I'm pretty sure it's volumes 1, 9. I think people have had trouble with 35, 33.
That makes sense.
And then some of the 20s. But yeah, people have been having trouble. Like if you're living in the US or something like that, you have a lot of trouble. I know for you, Koga, since you're an Australian mate, that you sent me like a link for
Mate.
Australia, right? And it seemed like it was in stock.
Yeah, it's probably different here.
Right. So I mean, depending where you are, availability for especially Volume 9 is just ridiculous. Like you can't find it. Like I was talking about this, right? I was on a call with you guys like a few months ago. The only place where I can find it was on Amazon, and it was selling for $200. $200, and it wasn't even for a
Holy
brand new copy.
moly.
$200 US dollars. So
So
Wow.
what's so special about volume 9?
it was the Uvugen
Everybody?
fight.
Ah.
Yep, Uvugen fight in the manga. So I mean that, and so of course it's going to be high demand. It's one of the best fights in the series. I also really
Yeah,
wanted
very
it,
true.
So because I love that fight personally. So, but yeah, so I felt it was necessary to add manga availability onto the tiers because not everyone knows about how hard to find they are. I mean, you see people saying like, "Oh, I finally completed getting the manga set on Reddit," because they just got it now, even though they've been looking for months. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is funny. All right, funny ha-has. Now,
Everybody grab your volumes before they go out of stock.
yeah, exactly. Like, no, they've
Mhm.
been out of stock. Like, if you could see a volume that you don't have, get it. They're
Yeah,
like
definitely.
they're $10 USD, including shipping. Worth it.
Oh,
Otherwise,
yeah,
you'll be stuck
100%.
to the ebooks on Amazon Reads and Audible. Aren't those the same thing?
I don't know, actually.
I
I-
don't
Yeah,
use
there's nothing
them, I
like
don't know,
reading a
yeah.
physical volume.
Right. So
It just helps you focus on the story and it keeps you engaged.
Yeah.
Anyway,
all right, we should move on.
let's keep going.
Yes.
All right, next. Beans is an end beast.
Beans is an end beast.
This goes back to the idea of are humans
What
end
the hell
beasts?
else would he be?
All right,
Yeah,
this-
what else would it be? Yeah, I think it's like that. Yeah.
This also goes back to the idea of are humans nen beasts? Because could anything that could use nen be classified as a nen beast?
Who knows? Honestly,
It's such a
it's
loose term.
it's-
in a sense,
Yeah,
like, is
it
nen
is.
beast something? Are nen beasts something that only exists because of nen? So like a conjured being out of nen, would that be a nen beast, or would it be like the creator that is a nen beast, or would it be both? Right. So let's just go into the first option. Right. The creator, him or herself or themselves, whatever you want to say, is not a nen beast, but whatever they created is a nen beast. Who would be Beans' creator then? Who or what? Would it be something from the Dark
I have
Continent?
a funny theory.
Oh,
I'm gonna guess that Beans is a conjured Nen beast that uses the residual Nen of the people who work in the Hunter Association, and he's conjured as like a true neutral for the purpose of like being neutral in the Hunter Association.
Whoa.
That's my
interesting.
theory.
Interesting.
Just what the hell is Beans?
Yes. Flash
Like,
that up
come
on
on,
screen.
what is-
what the
Yeah.
hell is
What
Beans?
is beans? Yeah. Yeah.
Flash that up on screen, future May.
But yeah, I'd like to think he's like a conjoined Nen beast of sorts that's from like the Nen of the people who work in the Hunter Association.
Right.
That's a cool theory.
That would be cool. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, it's like a self-governing kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of like the AI organizer meme, but like one that takes more of a passive position rather than a leadership position.
Yeah, I really like that idea.
Works with me.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what else is being other than an end beast? Like, is he a human
Yeah,
that
either a Nen
was
beast
like
or a
shrunk?
magical beast.
Beans is human's ultimate form. You know what?
He's a time traveler.
You know how Netero wanted to reach Nirvana through martial arts? Beans is the result of reaching Nirvana.
Yeah, Netero was just inspired by Beans.
I think so.
That also brings into the theory is Beans from the Dark Continent, which is a bit off topic, but do you guys think he's from the Dark Continent?
Beans.
He's a calamity, actually.
Oh, yes, of course. He's actually I. He took over one of the eyes took over a bean and they created beans.
No, he's one of the
I like that.
unknown calamities that aren't
I thought there was only
categorized
five.
yet.
I thought there were
Yeah.
only 5 calamities. Are there more? Just not known?
Well, actually, Netero's father went to the Dark Continent, and Beans was the calamity that he brought back with him.
Exactly.
He was
yes,
able
of course, of course.
to conquer
Yes.
Beans.
Okay, I think we
Anyway,
should.
yeah.
All right, we're starting. All right, I think we should continue with the reading so far. In one of these,
Yes, we're spiraling.
Yeah, going into the meme theory land, just dropping memes. I mean, you already live there 24/7, Koga. We need to keep. Let's just keep going. All right. Next, the will of freaks.
Interesting.
I like this.
I don't know what this could be referring to, but it sounds very shonen.
It does.
I mean, we are talking about a shonen koga. Go figure.
It kind of sounds like One Piece in a way. Wasn't there like a wheel?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Wasn't
I
there a
haven't
wheel?
watched One Piece.
Wheel
either.
of D, right? So Wheel of
'cause
Freaks.
I have not watched or read any anime or manga, so all these references to One Piece and Yu Yu Hakusho, completely foreign to me.
Mm-mm.
I'll just say yes, that is completely true. You guys are right.
Well,
my thoughts are maybe it's like some kind of bloodline thing that a lot of the freaks dedicated themselves to, like maybe like exploring and knowing the world or something like that.
Yeah.
And this extends to the Dark Continent, and that's why Don is currently there.
I was about to say John Freaks.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, maybe it's like a bloodline, family line. It's kind of like the family business or something.
yeah.
I like it. I think it's cool.
Jing wants to go to the Dark Continent because that's where Gon's mother is.
Yeah, maybe.
Side theory. I don't actually really believe that theory. Just throwing it out there.
It can't be because Pariston is.
Oh my Jesus Christ! No, Perigin. No, get out of my head.
All right. I don't really have anything else to say about
No,
this.
Yeah,
I
same.
think we should just continue. Okay, next.
Yeah.
Level E's ending is Hunter x Hunter's ending. So this is guessing that Level E's, like how that series ended, is going to be Hunter's ending.
I actually
I don't know the
read
ending
Level
to
E.
Level. I don't know the ending to Level E. So what happened in Level E, guys? Oh yeah, quick spoiler warning. I mean, we're talking about series. Of course, it's going to be a spoiler. What happened in Level E, guys?
What?
I'm asking like what?
Troll face.
I don't
No,
know. I
I'm
don't
asking-
know I don't know what the ending was. I haven't seen the ending, so.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I haven't read it.
Oh. Well.
So that one's for the commenters. We'll
Yeah,
throw that one to you
commenters,
guys.
fill us in on this. Educate us,
This isn't
imbeciles.
This isn't us asking for your opinion. This is like your turn to like be a part of the podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
We get to read out and discuss these topics. You get to do this one.
Yes,
All right.
please
Have
educate us.
Yes, we love our viewers. We love you guys. Right, guys? We love you guys.
Much love.
Like and subscribe.
All right. I think we should move on because, like we
Mhm.
just said, none of us
Yes.
know anything about this.
No.
We don't know Lovely. All right. Quote, Yorkshin, unquote, true meaning. So Yorkshin's true meaning.
Hmm.
And for those who don't
Let me
know,
just look this
obviously, Yorkshin is the original name of York New City. For all those who don't know. Just to throw that out there. Some anime only ears in chat case.
Does Shin mean anything in particular?
I don't know. If it's
Me
in
neither.
I don't know Japanese, so I don't speak Japanese. Referencing
I don't.
Koga, do you know any Japanese?
No.
Shit. Should we just leave this to the commenters, or does someone want to look this up?
Yeah, this is another one for you guys.
Commenters, come in clutch.
I'm looking it up now. So Shin apparently means is another word for kokoro, which means heart. Apparently,
York.
according to Google Translate.
Yeah, this is a
There's
hard
no
one.
Japanese
I
word,
mean, yeah,
word for York.
if you don't know Japanese, it's a bit hard to decipher or like even start like imagining what it could be. I mean, maybe it's
Google Translate is not giving me any results.
maybe it's a reference to some other works or maybe another city or I don't know, but that's all that comes to my mind about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can move on because
Yeah.
I
So yeah, there seems to be like referencing the name Yorkshire, but it could also be talking about like the meaning of the arc or something.
Or just the
Um,
city in general.
Maybe I don't know. It Shin trans apparently is like another way of saying heart in Japanese, which could mean like the center of something or like
oh
the
yeah,
vitality of something. Um, so,
center of York.
but yeah, who
Actually, if you look at
knows?
I have the map here. So actually, that would kind of make sense in a sense, because so if it's called Yorkshire, it's on the continent of Yorbia. So
Hmm.
Yorkshire, Yorbia, somewhat similar. Like the center of Yorbia.
Okay.
Like it's in the
No,
United States of
why not?
Samarta.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I think maybe we're just looking into this too literally. We're talking about the the
Yeah,
actual city instead of just like the arc.
especially when you're talking about Togashi, who's pretty loose when it comes to these kind of things. He's just
But
throwing
then,
up, throwing
Yeah,
up
yeah,
maps.
we're probably
yeah.
we might be looking into it too deep. Um, if you guys have any inclination as to what this could be, let us know. But let's keep it rolling.
All right. Next, hockey is a Nen category.
Another One Piece meme.
Oh, Jesus.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
literally a meme, so I'm happy to move on.
I don't know One Piece. I don't have the time or the energy for that. I'm busy. So
Yeah, it's One Piece.
Isn't
Power
this
System
just
shit.
enhancement, I guess?
Yep.
oh
Yeah.
Well, hockey is like different. It's got like a bunch of different subtypes, but one of them is basically just enhancement.
oh.
Yeah. Well,
How many subtypes does it
yeah,
have in
it's
Koga? 20?
I'm not a
Or
One
five.
Piece expert, but it's like 5 or 6 or some shit.
Oh.
Anyway, let's keep
Yeah,
going.
let's just keep it going. All right. Next, Hunter x Hunter anti-subversion.
what? Oh, is it this? Is this referencing the videos that are because are or like these threads that are like always saying that oh this subverts all of the other mangas, you know?
Yeah, it's like a subversion of shonen, and then people are like, actually, it's just very shonen, but
Yeah.
uniquely written, and it's like, there's like a huge debate. I think this is just referencing like the debate, and then like a certain attitude some people have towards that debate,
Yes.
where it's like, actually, it's not a subversion, it's anti-subversion. How about that?
Boom.
You know what it is also? You were referencing like Reddit threads, Gil. I mean, I regularly check the
Yeah.
/ Hunter x Hunter subreddit. You don't really find much discussion threads. Like if you do, then they're
Not
they
anymore.
aren't really
Yeah.
up. Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't.
I
That's,
mean-
Not anymore.
yeah, it's primarily just a place of art and and memes that take too much effort. Really,
And
like,
I mean,
like,
they get
editing.
like covered up, like they exist the discussion threads, but they usually just
Yeah.
get like
They
pushed
get buried
back.
in by the algorithm.
They're
because
buried.
the
Yeah,
art,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the art always gets a lot more upvotes than the discussion threads. So if
Yeah,
you really want to
we're
find,
working on solving that problem. There's something coming for that, but
oh really?
yeah,
Oh, I'm excited.
but it's not
keep-
the
keep
time
looking
yet.
for
But
that.
soon enough.
All right, that's exciting.
But yeah, I don't
Uh,
have anything else to say about this particular topic.
I don't have anything either.
All I will say about it is that Hunter x Hunter absolutely does subvert some very typical shonen tropes, but it also plays into some of them.
Yeah.
And it just does it well. So it's just a mixed bag. It's figuring out whether Hunter x Hunter as a whole is a subversion or not is more of a topic that I'm not really ready to cover, honestly. Like, there's a lot that you would need to go over in order to properly talk about this. But
Yeah.
I would love to hear the viewers' thoughts on this if they have any. Like,
Yeah, same, yeah.
We can always have a podcast episode just dedicated to that sometime. Then
honestly, yeah, that is a good idea.
could be
another
a
theory.
nice-
Write that
nice
down.
one, yeah.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
Down. All right. Next one.
Yes, next one. Jonas the Dissector's Legacy. So,
Huh.
so this is, as we all know, Jonas is the serial killer killed in the Trick Tower. He's the one that was so ferocious to Leorio and Tonpa. Guys, he's so scary. All right, but so the legacy. So not if we take a look at his legacy to the Hunter universe and not just the main protagonist's point of view of how Killer just insta killed him. He did kill over 100 civilians, men, women, and children. He brutally murdered them with his bare hands, as
Sigma.
recalled by several different people. So he luckily is no longer serving that 936-year-long sentence. Better dead than that.
It's got a much longer one in hell.
Whatever. I mean, at least hell would be more interesting than just sitting in a Trick Tower the entire time. Yeah,
Getting
dealing with
tortured.
these hunter wannabes, dealing with all the Tonpas and all the other failures.
Maybe
then
his legend lives on in the urban legends or something.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely will be. Like, especially considering how he wasn't even a Nen user and he was able to cause that much damage.
True.
Like you saw, like he ripped the wall off because of his bare hands without using aura. That's impressive. Clearly, that will be remembered.
Yeah, that is impressive.
If he wasn't psychotic, maybe he could have gone for like a weightlifting record or something like that.
What do you think?
Who knows?
Maybe he was using a little bit of Nen, but
subconscious Nen with like how
Maybe.
Kabuki does it.
maybe
just-
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to kill all these people no matter what. Gets a little bit of strength in his hand. Just used to like the most basic version of Ren and Ko. Funny
Yeah,
stuff.
probably something like that.
Funny stuff.
I don't really have anything to say about this one,
No.
so we can.
Yeah, we
Jonas
can move on.
Jonas is not a deep character. Let's move on. Next, NGL Poetic Inconsistency.
I actually have no idea what this could be referring to.
So is this? When I think of poem like poetic ideas in Hunter, I automatically think of Iscorto's Supreme Leader. I think it was
yeah.
Oh yeah,
no, but he was not NGL. He was part from Iscorto. However, do you think this might be referencing Gyro? Because Gyro was the leader of NGL in D2.
Wasn't there some
D-square.
sort of poem at the end of like the whole, like one of the
That's the only thing that I can think of, Gil.
yeah,
There was some kind of poem.
like was it the fake? Like I don't even remember what the hell that was all about, but
It was the real leader, and
Yeah.
he had retired for like years.
okay, yeah. So.
All I'm finding online is things about Mingjul Ik or Mingjul Ik, however you want to pronounce it, which is the supreme leader of Iscorto, not NGL. So I'm not finding anything.
If it's NGL, then yeah, I guess it's Gyro.
Yeah,
but
I can't think of it. We don't really know anyone else in the NGL.
Yeah,
Gyro and his band of mercenaries or
There's the-
drug traders of D
there's the
squared,
people that
D2.
were like in the when you passed the border, right? They were like checking for anything with metal. That I guess that's the only governing body kind of thing in the NGL. But there's nothing poetic about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what this is referencing. I'm just not big brain enough, I guess.
Right, and the poem. Remember, it's not even just that it exists. It's an apparent inconsistency in the writing or format or ideas of it. Commenters need to let us know on this because clearly we're just too little IQ to understand this. Apparently,
Truly. Yeah,
Pea brains.
you commenters are going to be doing some heavy lifting for us this
Yeah.
Enlighten
you guys
us.
may as well just do the podcast, honestly.
Yeah, enlighten us, dear viewers.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going. All right, next, the Hysiomorph. The Hysiomorph. My apologies.
What is this? What is
know.
this?
I don't
Is
know.
it Hisokamorph or what is? No, not
I
Hisoka.
have no freaking idea. How do
The
you
only
spell
thing that
this?
comes up is nothing. Literally, if you look up Hysiomorph in Hunter x Hunter, nothing comes up. But the images that come up, even though there's apparently 0 results, the first one is Pito, the Phantom Troop in Meteor City, a Phantom Troop poster, Poof, and some troop fan art for the Phantom Rouge. Next is the basic cover art of Hunter, like the anime. The one guy that Hisoka killed in Trick Tower, Zev Pyle, the ant version of Reina. I forget her name. I'm sorry.
Well,
And Franklin mowing down the mafia members in Yorkshire. That's
I
all
doubt
that comes up.
any of those are even
Yeah,
closely
like they're so
related
inconsistent
to...
between each other. Yeah. Like, and by the way, they're not even in the results. They're just like in the quick results. So it's not even actually connected to it. If you look this up on Google, right? If you look up Hysiomorph Hunter x Hunter HxH, 0 results. Like that almost never happens with something. Especially on
But,
something as
I-
big as Google.
I looked up the exact phrasing in the iceberg, literally just the Hysiomorph, and only 8 results came up, and I'm not seeing any, like, there's literally no word that actually matches Hysiomorph, but there are some. I mean, dude, Genshin Impact comes up, like,
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Stay away from that.
that's
Stay
the
away
third
from that.
result.
All right, but okay, wait. Okay, so maybe we're taking this a little too literally. What if the Hysiomorph is an acronym? Well, I don't know what it'd be an acronym
What
for, but it
else
seems
would
like
it
it would be
be?
an acronym.
What else would it be if, like, you aren't getting any Google hits, even with that only the word? I mean,
I'm guessing it's just a forum meme of some sort.
it could be, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Fun fact about would you guys like to know a fun fact about an acronym? The country of Pakistan
Sure.
is actually an acronym.
Okay.
What's it for?
Several different kinds of people that live in Pakistan, the Indus River, I should say. So, fun fact for the day. That isn't Hunter x Hunter. So,
But yeah, the
We got
Hysiomorph will stay as a mystery, I guess, because
And I think that's okay. I like mysteries.
yeah,
right.
Maybe somebody
If someone
down
does
the road
know,
in the future, I'll click onto the episode and somebody will have explained it, and it will be just poggers. Okay,
Exactly.
We'll be pogging.
we'll have to. You know what? Someone actually explains this in 25 years from now. We're gonna find it. We're gonna have to come back to the podcast if we retire, and we're just gonna say, guess what, guys? Remember this 25 years ago? Someone answered it. This is the correction. Like and subscribe.
Hysiomorph. Well, there's morph in the word. So it's something that changes, I suppose. What's the word hysia mean?
I don't know. Hysia is a nonsense word, at least in English. I don't know if it's in Japanese.
It's a Swahili word.
It's Swahili? Why would Togashi use Swahili terminology? Swahili is like Southeast African coast.
Maybe it's something to do with the Dark Continent.
Oh yeah, Africa's the dark continent, guys.
No, listen. Aren't there like didn't people refer to Africa as the Dark Continent?
Yeah, in the past,
throughout
yeah.
some parts of history.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense because of the people that live there. So, I mean,
so,
technically that is correct. At least in our world.
It's Swahili for emotion. It means emotion.
Emotion
Okay.
transforming
Oh,
into something. Oh,
Maybe like it could be. So, oh no, I thought of personality, like the word personality came to mind, and like maybe somebody who could morph Nen categories. But that's a stretch.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing our detective work here.
I mean, it could be related to personality, like the types of emotions you feel. Like, hot-headedness is being angry, coming to anger quickly. And that's, part of the Nen categories.
It is shown that emotion does play a role in Nen, like in many other shonen power systems. Emotion, especially things like anger, definitely do influence that. So someone that can change their emotions in a way that maybe changes their Nen, maybe something like this, right? Depending on a Nen user's emotion, their Nen their Nen ability changes, right? So if they're angry, maybe they do like a cold punch, or maybe if they're happy, let's say it's their enhancer, like a cold punch if they're angry, or like something that like enhances or heals someone through if they're happy or calm or something like that. Maybe it's something related to that, like that kind of Nen theory.
Maybe.
Angry,
Let me
strong.
look up the Swahili word for morph.
Look up the Swahili dictionary.
Well, I mean, I would be ready to move on. I think we can
Yeah.
theorize on this for quite a while.
If people really want like a dedicated section to this, maybe we can dedicate another a longer segment. But then again, because we have to read the entire tier, we can't give it the quote unquote proper time it deserves. So if people want,
Yeah,
it,
we did some ground floor research, and you guys can take it from there. How about that?
Sounds good.
Leave it to the viewers to do our work.
Yep, there's your homework. What the hell is Hisiomorph?
Yeah. All right. Next, Sayu is not a mole. So
this would be a hilarious meme.
Yeah. So
it's totally possible with manipulation, Nen though.
This implies that Dowsing Chain was incorrect, though.
I forgot the way that the dowsing. I didn't Kurapika say something that if the user.
How it works.
Yeah.
Okay, so if
Nen bullshit.
If Dowsing Chain is used in front of a target, let's say if you want to detect whether someone's lying or not, if the chain starts swaying back and forth, it indicates that the person is lying. The Kurapika can actually use this without seeing the person physically, but they can do it, let's say, through a screen if they use Emperor Time. If he uses Emperor Time. Right. So he was able to detect if Sayu was the mole because he used Dowsing Chain, but he was able to see Sayu through the computer screen by using Emperor Time, which we didn't see until the Succession War, until he was brought in by the Zodiacs, because he developed it there.
So okay, there's a few roads that this could take. One, Kurapika's chain could have been manipulated by another Nen user to make it seem like Sayu is the mole. If that was the case, maybe it was somebody in the room with him when they were checking for the moles.
So the thing with this, that right, the only person that was in the room with Kurapika when he was using the Dowsing Chain to basically see which Zodiacs were lying was Mizastam, and he has no reason, and remember, he's not a manipulator. So it would have to be someone that we didn't see there manipulating the chain then, by that logic.
Yeah.
So or it could just be that
it's probably not that one.
Or it could be that since it was an improvised technique that it could have just been, it could have just been wrong. But then again, I doubt that it would be.
Right? Yeah, it'd be very weird to kind of retcon it as specifically wrong. Like, oh yeah, the chain was just wrong.
Right, it messed up. If that kind of thing, it doesn't mess up. Whether he's either a liar or he's not. So this just throws. This really just leaves it up to open interpretation. It could be that also it's just like Sayu is just simply not a mole. Maybe there aren't any moles. Maybe there are more than one mole in the Zodiacs. Whether it's as a mole for Paris or for a different party is to be seen. Whether it maybe could be for V6, like maybe V6 wants to look into the Zodiacs and have
maybe.
a mole.
The only thing I would really be comfortable saying, like, yeah, I believe this, is that Sayu is being manipulated by somebody who's gathering information from him, or like using him for, whatever. Anyway, let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, that can be dived into more, but I think we covered the majority of it. Majority of ideas.
Yeah.
All right. Next, Melioran's loyalty. So, is this doubting Mel's loyalty to the extermination team? Because obviously he ditched the king once the queen was dead. He went on his own way with like so many other officers. But then again, I don't think it would be questioning that if it's in the Alignment Tier. I think it'd be him questioning his loyalty to the extermination team. So that includes like Gonjo, Morel, Ikago, Paul.
Yeah, that's a more interesting take. Yeah.
Yeah. Besides, I mean, we can't really question his loyalty to Marim and the Royal Guard. I mean, it's blatantly apparent he purposely fought for their enemy. Like, unless he was like a triple agent, like he double agent.
Triple agent.
Yeah, because you know what people used to do, like back in, let's say, the World Wars, there were triple agents.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Agents, right. So like people that were, let's say, German were originally double agenting for the British, but then they would also be quote unquote agenting for the British for the German to spy on the Germans. Right, so it kind of gets into that loop, like how many times over are they looping?
Yeah,
because then again,
just
right, how many different right? If you take into account what we've seen, I don't think he was with like Welfin's gang with like the other Escorto leader. I forget his name, to be honest, because he's a little shit in that like weird Chimera Ant Nan Exorcist girl. Right, I don't think he Mel was with them because we just didn't see or hear anything about it, but for all we know, that could just be the case. Currently, Mel is living on the conservation site with the other Chimera Ants, like Kite and Colt, I'm pretty sure. So, but then again, it's just like...
But yeah.
This could just be... It's so open-ended, right? Because if we just eliminate it as like, oh yeah, Mel has loyalty issues, right? He's probably not a good romantic partner because he can just disappear. So that's just another thing. It could just be however many times over that he doesn't have any true allegiance to anyone, but just whatever benefits him the most.
I doubt defecting from the ants would benefit him most unless he had some kind of knowledge of like the true potential of humanity and like, he knew that they would just get bombed or whatever, so he was against the ants. But why would he even like try to help the extermination team if that was true?
It could also be that, like many of the other Chimera Ant officers, that he had no reason to follow Merim because he wasn't the queen. Because Chimera Ants follow the queen, not the king. And so it's like, I don't really want to follow this guy who is authoritarianism, like to the extreme, like he is a literal king that was sent to rule. Like that's his destiny. Maybe that's great for the king and for the royal guards, but maybe for like the average person, you don't really want to be ruled over by an almighty person. Like you want to have your own destiny. Like you want to have your own ideas and beliefs. Could be something like that. So he defected.
Yeah, that's pretty much at the core of most of the defectors, right? Like it was just like their humanity taking over. I think there's not really much to read into when it comes to Melioran. If there is, it's probably just like maybe writing inconsistencies. But I think the core of the character is that he came to believe in like the hunters that were against the ants, and he and he chose that side. I don't think there's anything really deeper than that.
Right.
Anyway,
Let's move on.
if you guys don't have anything to add, let's keep moving.
All right, next. The second Katkin fallacy.
I have no idea.
Was there a first cucking fallacy?
Not listed on the iceberg, so clearly you have to be ultra big brain to know this because it's the second one. So when he mentions, when this says Kakin, this obviously is most likely is referencing the Kakin family as a whole, not just like Cyrenaic, Nasubi, Camellia. It means all of them, including Wobble. So there's obviously a fallacy with them, whether it's through personality, beliefs, writing, illustration, something.
Is it for the family or is it for the nation? So.
Oh, that's enough. Oh, Jesus, I wasn't thinking of that yet. The nation is well. Shit.
No, I
But
mean,
then
yeah,
again-
it could be the family, but
But then again, we don't really know much about the actual Kakin Empire as a nation. So there isn't too much to base off of. We know more about the family, like the
Yeah, we do,
family
yeah.
of the rulers. So I think for a proper theory, there would be more on the family. Because remember what we know about the Kakin Empire is that they're part of V6.
yeah.
They have a
right.
pretty insane family. Pretty interesting family gatherings. Not gonna lie. They built a black whale to go to the Dark Continent. And what else do we know about the Kakin Empire? That's right. Very little other than that. So
Yep.
I think it's about the family.
Yeah, it's very interesting there. The family
I mean-
dynamics, like the succession wars,
Right.
like
I think it's
the power dynamics in there, like is very interesting. And you
Yeah,
can
I think
imagine
it's-
this thing, like building the nation. You would have like, I don't know, clans of each prince, and then they're fighting over control of the nation or something like that. It's some interesting things. Maybe something like that for the fallacy. I don't know.
I think it's relating to that, just how I think we covered this a little bit when we were making the Nen Beast tier list video or
Mhm.
ranking video or whatever. We were discussing how vile some of the Kakin family members are, like Cyrenaic, Camellia.
Yeah.
There's how vile of human beings they are. Murderers, corrupt politicians.
Yeah.
R words. You get that.
Yeah. It must be pretty deep in their culture, I would imagine, if
They seem to be an authoritarian state
yeah.
ruled by a royal family, so it's not like the most democratic place.
Not exactly, no, yeah.
Not, I'm pretty sure individual rights don't mean the most in that country.
Yep.
But then again, who knows? Maybe in this universe, free speech can be endorsed, but even in an authoritarian state of the family, maybe it's a constitutional monarchy.
Maybe it's a bit like China.
Is it
Oh my god!
is it referring to
Maybe it is
the
China.
the second prince?
It is. You know what? New theory. We're going with that, Gil.
Yeah.
Kakin Empire is secretly China.
Yep.
Yep. And that, my friends, is how when Togashi criticized the Kakin Empire, China suddenly stopped selling Hunter x Hunter in the border. So.
And that's how it
That would
works.
just be China admitting that they're like this because it's
They've
not
already
actually
admitted that
saying
100
it's
times
China.
over. I don't really want to get into Chinese politics on this podcast.
China moment. Anyway,
China moment.
let's keep going. Maybe this is something to look out for when you're rereading. Look out for fallacies in the beliefs of the Kakin Empire.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to find them rather easily. All right, next. The Hunter Association's missing bylaws.
Ooh.
So, no idea what the missing bylaws could be, but this is an interesting concept.
Didn't the chairman make the bylaws?
Yes.
So basically that means
The
every
chairman
time there's a
can
new
rewrite the
chairman,
bylaws.
they're like making new ones. So
Or they
Those
can
could be
just
the missing.
or they can just uphold the previous chairman's.
Yeah, I
bylaws.
guess so. Yeah.
So,
Or
yeah,
they
I
could
mean,
change
by
them
that,
too.
yeah, by that logic, it could just be like, oh yeah, Cheeto hasn't filled out the bylaws yet. But then again, knowing how responsible Cheeto is and how much she wanted to be the chairman and how much of a responsibility it means to her, I don't see her not filling in, like writing out the Hunter Association's bylaws after weeks after
She's
becoming the
absolutely
chairman.
changing them.
Yeah.
What was it?
She's absolutely changing them.
Yeah, I don't know if she was the biggest fan of Netero.
Making.
I like
I don't
Netero.
think so either.
Yeah, so
She's pretty strict, like kind of person. Very.
yeah, no nonsense.
very
no,
proper.
No nonsense here. No nonsense.
What was it like? She's lawful good, or was it like that?
Oh, like that, like D&D, like
Yeah.
character
yeah.
alignment chart.
Yeah,
Oh.
she would be lawful good.
Yeah, she would. Yeah, she's a teacher's pet. Teacher, can you give us more homework?
Anyways.
Shut the hell up, Cheetle. All right.
True.
Unless we can come up with like some specific examples of what some of the missing bylaws might be, I think we should just move on.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
All right.
Let's move.
next. Since this is in italics, I think this is a title for something like a book or a piece of media. The True Path of the Hunter. Does anyone have any reference to this? Like,
No.
I don't recall this be like this media being in the series. So there's like the Adventures of D Hunter that was given to from Sheila. I don't know any other like notable books.
Yeah, it could be another one of those books that was written by a hunter, and at least it's like that another book that was written by the hunter that is just in the universe that we don't know of.
Right, because I don't. This is definitely not Dawn's books either. I know that
No.
for a fact.
But something like that, yeah. He's just logging his adventure, writing down.
Yeah, but then again, it says the true path of the hunter, so it gives like the
Yeah.
idea of it being like an informative piece of work.
Yeah,
instead of
yeah.
it being a diary.
Yeah, like
Like, this seems to be
philosophy.
something that
Yeah,
maybe this could be something like the Hunter Association's like code of conduct or whatever, like like the yearbook
Yeah,
or whatever.
something like that,
No.
could be something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like the goal of like what the Hunter Association thinks is like the true goal of like a hunter or something, or like maybe they're preparing like a bunch of humanity's best for something in particular.
Yeah.
Maybe that's to conquer the Dark Continent or something like that. Who knows? But I would guess it's like speculation as to why the Hunter Association is so bent on like seemingly like keeping a monopoly over Nen and like making Nen users. And the Hunter Association's goals around that. I think it's my guess is it's questioning that, but I don't know what else it would be.
Like
Yeah.
saying maybe you're thinking like, oh, the Hunter Association and their goals have strayed too far from what the hunters were originally created for, what the Hunter Association really originally stood for.
Wow.
It could, it could be something like that.
Yeah.
Like the true path of the hunter, not this
yeah,
like sellout. The
Yeah,
sellout
just have fun, do whatever you
monopolistic
want. Yeah,
corporation or whatever you want to call it.
I like that idea. Yeah.
I actually really like that as well. Like, yeah, I think the history of the Hunter Association would be a really, really interesting thing to learn more about.
Yep.
And like why it was founded and what it looked like when it was first founded.
Yeah.
All that shit would be really juicy.
Yeah. You know what, Togashi just maybe during this hiatus he hasn't been writing Hunter x Hunter, but he's just been writing like the entire universe, like the history of it, the different nations. If
would
that
be
was
awesome.
the case,
Copium.
if there was like a novel or something like that Togashi wrote about just the history
Yeah.
of Hunter x Hunter as the universe. Oh my god, that would be amazing.
like a new data book or something. Like he's just been writing like
Yeah.
the complete history of like the Dark Continent,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
the mainland.
I'm
where
just
the
saying this-
humans
the
reside. Oh,
The non-canon data book needs to be rewritten. I think we talked about this originally. Like community made data book for Hunter. That would be interesting.
No, it would be.
Yeah, that would be a great project. Great community project. Like, just get
I'd love to do
everybody
art for that.
together to work on this one piece of media that we all love.
Technically,
We could just
the wiki already is kind of this project, this data book project.
oh yeah, yeah, it pretty much is.
yeah, we just call it the
I-
True Path of the Hunter. Hunter x Hunter revised data book.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Play off
reprint.
of this. All right, I think we should move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, next. Hunter x Hunter 101, in parentheses, no result.
So I think this is referring to Hunter x Hunter 101 not getting like a certain search result, but Google gives me results.
Okay, so-
I'm not sure what this is talking about.
Okay,
it could be
so-
a specific search engine.
So let me think about this really quickly. So when I think of Hunter x Hunter 101, I think of three things. Chapter 101, episode 101, or maybe like Hunter x Hunter, like teaching Hunter x Hunter like as like a 101 course. You know how like in college or in high school you have 101? So like
Yeah.
like math 101 or like business 101, Hunter x Hunter 101. And then there's no results for like a Hunter x Hunter class, if you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
like official class for teaching the universe of Hunter. Maybe it's result.
Yeah, but
maybe
why
it's
would
meaning
that be on the iceberg?
yeah,
Why would anybody put that there?
right. But then again, if going back to the other ideas, chapter 101 is when Kurapika found the fake dead bodies of the spiders, during the Yorkshin fight, or like when the
Pretty big story beat.
yeah. So that was that, and then episode 101 in the 2011 anime, because the 1999 anime only had a little less than 70 episodes. In the 2011 anime, it was during the Chimera Ant arc. I think it was in the second half near the Palace invasion, though I can't remember exactly. I think it was during the Palace invasion.
Could have been.
So-
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I
this
think it would
is-
refer more to my original idea of it like being like a hunter class, or maybe or like the manga. Like, oh yeah, like those were actually the real spiders that died. Those weren't gallery fake. The other ones that are still alive are just
No.
controlled puppets. Like, it's Omokage.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't think it'd be that.
It's like that kind of idea, I think, if relating to the chapter.
If any of the commenters know, they can do the heavy lifting there.
Yeah, Koga, you just couldn't be
Commenters
damned to do
to
it.
the rescue.
Yeah, the viewers are the real ones. Anyways, I think we should continue.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we should.
All right, next. Oh my, what the hell is this one? Beyond Freaks. I mean,
Well-
everyone's apparently becoming part of the Freaks family tree. So, okay,
Oh,
so
man.
Gon, I want to introduce to you to your 35-year-old brother, Beyond Freaks. My apologies. It's like, so if Beyond was truly related to the Freaks, how did he get the Netero last name then? Because clearly, he probably didn't plagiarize that. According to Cheadle in Beyond himself, he's the biological son of Isaac Netero. So if he was born into
He
the
looks
Freaks
a lot
family,
like Netero.
yeah, he looks like Netero.
He's
Like Cheadle
drawn
was like
to-
when Beyond gave like a certain look, Cheadle was like that is a look that the old chairman used to have. He used to give
Yeah.
when he meant he was serious, right? But then also it's like
Yeah,
if he's really
drawn specifically to look like Netero.
Exactly,
So
like-
I'm not sure.
there's
he's
also that
not
if he was
related
really
to
a Freaks,
Netero.
where would he be born in? Oh yeah, he secretly donned Freaks' like abandoned son. Like he pulled Shane and left.
Soy
I don't think it was
Pog.
All right,
Yeah,
I think this is more of a
kinda
meme.
just a meme.
Yeah.
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 Beyond Freaks. Like everyone's just becoming freaks now. Anyway, let's move on. Gen through one Greed Island. So when Gon killed Wimbisky won Greed Island originally, that was the first time anyone has ever won Greed Island. They were the first winners.
Mhm.
It could be possible that Genthru won after they left.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah,
Because
it
I'm pretty
doesn't
sure
specify if it was in the past or in future.
Right, but I mean, but it wouldn't make sense for the game to lie and say, "Oh yeah, Gong, Q,
Yeah.
and Bisky were the first winners."
Yep.
They have no reason. Like Dune and List themselves even confirmed that they were the first winners.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Maybe this is less about like technically winning and more about like maybe he at one point in the show he actually had all the cards that he needed, but I don't think he did.
No, no one
this
got
is a weird one. I don't understand.
no one got card 0, and no one was able to get Plot of Beach before, because in order to actually activate the quest, you have to have a party of at least 15.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Right. Plus, Genthru for a while, for years at that point, before he was building up the alliance with those other guys before he and the other bombers blew them up with Countdown.
Yeah. So this
So-
was literally just wrong.
I think it could also just be saying like, oh yeah, he collected all the cards he should have won Grid Island. Bullshit. He could have won after. I don't know if he would leave the game world immediately, like after Gon and the others won.
Maybe this is more so saying he was playing the game. It was supposed to be like how it was supposed to be played.
Yeah, Gon was playing the game as a game. Like he didn't try to like fight others. He just played the game, and he won, which was Jane's advice to him from the cassette tape. Like, have fun. No, it was made explicitly through the series that Gon and Kill were there to have fun. No one else was there to have fun, but to win.
I don't get what this one's trying to say.
I don't know. I think it's some
literally-
it's like some deep fake thing.
What? Yeah.
Fake news.
I
Fake news. Fake news.
yeah. This is just like trolling. This is like people just typing bullshit on the iceberg.
It's
Get out of
possible.
here!
All right.
All right, let's keep
Yeah.
going.
Next, alternate East Gorto. So maybe an alternate East Gorto when Merim and the World Guard never invaded. The fake Mingjol Ik would probably just continue ruling, and it would just be a corrupt North Korean state.
that the ants invaded was fake. It was a fraud.
Yeah, the supreme
It was
leader
an
was a
alternate.
fraud. That's the funny part.
Yeah, exactly.
The real one was just
Maybe-
sitting there in the farm, just reading some poetry, listening to, like, just having the sun glisten on his face, fat fuck face, reading some poetry.
Maybe all the humans weren't real either. They were Nen beasts,
Oh
and
my
it was
God.
a giant experiment to see how far the Chimera ants could be evolved.
Hey guys, Joey Salads
Damn.
here. Welcome back to the next social experiment. Today we're going to be creating an entire fake country and regime to troll some chimera ants from the dark continent, guys. Okay,
The true
Joey
path of the
Salads.
hunter, right?
we got
Man,
to.
I'm really feeling the dankness of this enlightenment here. I'm getting enlightened right now.
It's because I'm just referencing shit left and right, and it's funny.
All right, let's keep going.
Next.
I have no idea what that could be referencing.
Gon's coma after fox bear attack Hunter x Hunter is a dream. This goes back to the theory
This
that
is funny.
that Hunter x Hunter was just a dream, and I hate this theory so much. I hate the theories of like series like, oh yeah, they're just a dream. They weren't
Yeah.
real. Yeah, I hate these kinds of theories. They're fucking bullshit.
All just a dream twists are bullshit, but I would be pleasantly surprised. The only series that I would love that to be true for is Pokemon, because Pokemon's just so campy.
Oh yeah.
It'd be actually like a dark twist on the series that it's like, oh
Yeah, yeah.
Ash is in a coma and this was all a dream.
True.
Yeah, but then again,
but,
I'm right. Gon was 8 years old when he got attacked by the fox bear, right? That would imply that who would come save Gon if Kon's mother attacked Gon? Who saved him, right? And how did Kon's mother attack him in a way that knocked him into a coma but didn't kill him? I mean, they are a fox bear
Yeah.
after all. In mating season, they would dispose of the threat. right? So there
Yeah.
would have had to been
He
someone
would eat
there,
him.
right? But then again, right? How I don't understand how an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old at this point, let's just say Gon was in a coma for a year by this point. Let's just for the theory, how would a 9-year-old child come up with a world this expansive in a coma? Because usually what happens in a coma, if you can remember or like can visualize anything, is that you just have certain memories replay over and over again, right?
Yeah. Or if it's like a dream, it wouldn't be this coherent.
I'm just gonna
Um,
play, just as like a funny haha moment. I'm just gonna play "It's Just a Burning Memory" through, whenever we say "It's just a dream." I for gore.
Okay, let's keep this rolling. Let's get off this one.
Do you remember? Remember? Jeez,
I hate that meme.
it's so stupid.
Forgore skull emoji.
I
So
remember.
dumb.
I remember. Smiley face. Jesus.
Okay, 4-star hunters.
Oh damn! Stealing the spotlight. But yeah, what would constitute a 4-star hunter? Clearly, there hasn't been any 4-star hunters. No, clearly, no one's just that great.
This is just another soy Wojak thing. I
You know
think.
what? No.
What?
Oh my god.
There's
I know exactly what you're thinking.
there's
I know.
another star hunter ranking. Oh.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, there's nothing really like 4 stars. Yeah, let's put 5 stars. Like
Yeah, you know what it is? 4-star hunters are the ones that make the podcast for Hunter x Hunter, aka us. We're 4-star hunters. Let's just be real.
No way, nah. I wouldn't even call myself a 1-star hunter.
Damn,
I'm
Koga,
yeah.
your drawings deserve at least a gold star for effort. All right.
For sure. Reddit gold, perhaps.
All right. Should we move on?
yes.
Oh my god, 4 stars. All right, next. Kite is an enhancer. I can't see it with a straight face for too long. So I think this is idea like maybe summoning crazy slots could be him using. It is conjuration confirmed, but maybe it's like Kite is actually an enhancer, but he just uses crazy slots to get
He
enhancement type
enhances
weapons.
his luck.
Yeah, that could be.
Oh my Jesus. Oh, yeah, guys, that's
But
how
it
he.
would still be pretty weird.
Yeah, I can't see him too much. I mean, what are the enhancements conjuration proficiency again? Isn't it like 60%?
Uh, if your enhancer
Yeah, it would be 60.
60,
Yeah.
Really? That
Yeah,
much?
it would be 60%.
It's
60 is
80.
the second
yeah, true.
lowest.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not that
so-
far. Yeah.
If you're an enhancer, you'd be 100% enhancement, 80% transmutation, I'm pretty sure, and then
Yeah.
60% emitter and conjurer, then 40% manipulator and 0% specialist. At least that's how I think the non-hexagon would go with that.
Yeah.
No, it goes 80, 60, 40, but for enhancer specifically, it's 0 on, or like 1 on specialist.
Like, what do you mean, like 1? Like 0% or 1%?
Yeah, percent. Like 0 or 1%. Like I forget
Yeah.
the number, but I'm pretty sure they just
Yeah.
have like no.
Yeah,
on
with special.
or
Yeah, with
whatever.
specialization, you're either a specialist or you're not.
Yeah. So,
So-
yeah. Anyway, this is just like a their
Soy
funny meme.
Soy
Like,
Wojak part 2 in this episode so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Guys,
Oh, it's so
Kite is an
dank.
enhancer. You know what, that's probably like the
So
third or
dank. I'm
fourth
getting
time this
high. All right, next.
All right, next. Castro was also a clone. Oh my god. This goes back to the infinite idea of, oh yeah, every Castro was also a clone. We will never find the real Castro. So for all of those people that don't remember, Castro was the fighter that Hisoka originally fought in Heaven's Arena. He was the one with that could create a clone and had the Tiger Bite Fist. If anybody remembers that ability. And what it was is that he used the clone. He fucked up with the training because it didn't gather the debris and dirtiness from battle, and that led to his demise. But that also implies that that Castro was able to create 2 clones when that through manipulation and conjuration when he's an enhancer, which seems really unreasonable for Castro, considering what we know of him. I don't think he would have the talent or the aura reserves or just the proficiency in general in those abilities to be able to create not just one but two clones, like
And
live action
controlling them
clones.
from far away somewhere,
Oh yeah,
probably. Will
yeah.
the real Castro please stand up?
Yeah, sorry, man. No, yeah, that's not coming in anytime soon. He's 6 feet under. All right, I think we should
Yep,
move on.
yep,
This
this
is just
one.
another Soy Wojak Part 3.
And a
Jeez.
1 and a 2
Yeah,
and a 3.
yep, 3 in a row. Jesus. All right, fourth time's the charm. Klein bottle-shaped world.
Oh, is a Klein bottle one of those where you build like this boat inside of it, or what is a
Klein bottle shape. Klein
Klein?
bottle.
What is a Klein bottle
I'll
shape?
look that up. Um, I'll just look up Klein bottle. It's gotta be something. In topology, a branch of mathematics, the Klein bottle is an example of non-oriental orientable surface. So it is a two-dimensional manifold against which a system for determining a normal vector cannot be consistently defined by Wikipedia. So basically, it's something where
Yay!
I'll flash an image on it on screen, but it's just a weird topology idea where basically the world inverts on itself in a sense.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah,
Here,
yeah. It's just a
here,
way of showing the world. Okay, I was for a second, I was like, whoa, what is
yeah.
this?
Here's an
Like,
image of it.
dang
I'll
shit.
just give it to you really quickly. It looks like that. That's a Klein bottle.
What?
Oh yeah. So
Okay.
think of it. It could be like like that. That's somewhat like how a wormhole works. I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
like
it looks like
not
a
exactly like
wormhole.
yeah,
Yeah.
like how it goes. Like there's just a tube that feeds back into it. Like how how a wormhole, like if there's a flat two-dimensional space or three-dimensional space, you can basically just fold it. It's something like that. But
Yeah.
I'm not a physicist in any sense of the imagination, so don't quote me on that. I'm sorry if I offended any of you physicists in chat. But yeah,
Well, the Hunter x Hunter
that's a
world is would look like that. Is that what the
yep.
theory is
Apparently
coming
we're
to?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a Klein bottle.
Klein bottle.
I really like that one. I think it's totally something Togashi would do. He's kind of hinted at like weird shaped worlds or like like the Mobius strip type thing.
Yeah.
So I think this is definitely something he would do. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd like it. Yeah.
All right, should we move on?
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
no. Oh no, this one is just poorly timed for considering how many days of hiatus there is now. First hiatus never ended, according to Jump's Plan B.
Huh.
So this is
So this
implying
would
that the first hiatus
imply-
ever taken never ended. And this was all
Uh-huh.
according to Shonen Jump's Plan B for Togashi in the series. So I actually don't remember when was the first hiatus for the series. Wasn't this like around Yorkshin? Or like when was it?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So so would a hiatus never ended though? So
It
a hiatus happens when
means
there's no new content produced, right? So if
yeah.
there's really no new content, right?
So
Technically it could be seen like this, right? Just hear me out, right? Shonen Jump had all of this content for Hunter before they released it, which seems ridiculous, but just listen to me, right? They had it before like he started. Like he had a bunch of arcs done. Like he had Hunter Exam, Zoldyck Manor, Heaven's Arena, and he had Yorkshin done, right? So then they just started releasing them weekly, right? So but then by the time Yorkshin, when the Yorkshin hiatus started, right? Maybe he already finished most of the content, right? Meaning that
okay.
by definition, when he went on hiatus, even though there was quote unquote new content being published, it wasn't actually new. It wasn't newly written. It was just stuff from way beforehand that they just decided to release now. So maybe it's like that's
That
quote
wouldn't
unquote Jump's
explain
Plan
the
B.
the other hiatuses that were taken afterwards. Like there would be no need for other breaks, right?
Yeah. Or they just decided, okay,
But-
let's just put the hiatus here because what the hell now?
Yeah, or maybe it's like, oh, we want to make this seem like Togashi's actually paying attention to the series right now. We'll just throw in a hiatus, something that he would do. That seems like a Togashi thing to do. Go on hiatus.
Oh my
doesn't listen to
god.
It's
us.
just
So-
acting.
This is becoming really, really dank.
Yeah. My mind is becoming a Mobius strip.
Hunter Dank. But yeah, so maybe it's something like that. I don't personally believe this theory, but I think it's just.
I
think it's
either.
more of a meme theory, to be honest.
Yeah, this
personally.
is like some crazed fan like slamming his keyboard on some forum about like how the first hiatus never ended, and it's just some freaking drug trip.
All right, I think we should move
Okay,
on.
last
Last
but not
one.
least.
Togashi's Patreon account.
Nah.
We want to donate to Togashi's Patreon account. There will be a link below.
Let's try and find it.
There's no way he actually has a Patreon account.
There's
There's
the
no way.
Togashi Twitter account.
What was it?
Which is not real, by the way.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
it's not real.
The first
no.
thing that looks up,
He
the first
doesn't.
thing that, so the first thing that comes up when I look up Togashi Patreon is this: Yoshiro Togashi needs more gay.
What?
Yeah, that came up for me as well.
Yeah, I think.
Just comparing to someone else on Patreon.
Yeah, I guess the theory is about Togashi secretly has a Patreon account, and just like secretly he has a Twitter account, but no one knows which one it is.
No, I mean, then again, if he was really had a Twitter account, he would be in Japanese Twitter. I don't. He isn't. His English isn't very good.
Yeah.
Though I do enjoy the Togashi Tweets Twitter account. That does produce some funny stuff sometimes. But I definitely don't think that's him.
Yeah, I mean,
So
there's nothing much to this theory. It's just
yeah, I think it's just a funny idea. Guys, Togashi has a Patreon account. No,
Well, this is
dude.
this is almost too specific for that kind of thing. I feel like maybe somebody's like found some Patreon where there's been like maybe there's like an art Patreon or something where this artist is like producing art outside of like so maybe it's like Togashi producing art outside of like what he usually does and like what he wouldn't want published under his name or something.
Right.
And then he's created some Patreon account or something. Like maybe they've found like an artist with a really similar style, or who knows? Like,
But then again,
I feel like this is like referencing something specific, and we just don't know what it is.
so what it is also is that I'm pretty sure that, especially due to the back pain, it's more painful, like quite literally painful, for Togashi to draw and to illustrate than to actually write
that's
Hunter.
what I was thinking.
So I was thinking, like, why would we already know that him and his wife are rich, like they are wealthy. They don't need the
yeah.
Patreon money.
Yeah.
So I mean, if he really just wanted to post art for fun, I mean, yeah, he can probably do it under a pseudonym. However, I don't see him drawing too much, because if he really is going on this hiatus this long and the back pain is this serious, which I do believe it is this serious because back pain is no joke, I think that he probably wouldn't be drawing for a few Patreon members.
No. You're not thinking dank enough, my friend.
Oh yeah, I'm
Togashi's back pain isn't real, so therefore a Patreon could exist because he would still want to draw. Anyway,
of course.
that's the end of the Enlightenment tier, and with that, I feel like I've been enlightened for sure. How about you guys?
We've all gathered some knowledge today.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, very interesting things.
Yeah. This is by far our longest episode yet. This
True
is definitely
that,
our
too.
longest
By
episode.
far, yeah, almost 2 hours.
That's exciting.
with some cuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I think we can end it there. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for
I have
watching,
no more
guys.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like
We'll
and
be-
subscribe. Post your comments about the topics we discussed today. Let us know what was the most interesting or If you did your homework on the topics we weren't able to figure out, then we would absolutely love to know what you have to say about them.
Yes.
But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and look out for the next